is hard after it has been so violently shit upon by everybody for the last, 10 years when this came out, that it still didn't manage to meet my incredibly low expectations.
Oh, I'm never eating another piece of candy ever again.
High five, don't do it. Don't you do it. It's already been in there once.
The Emoji Movie is about emojis who live in the emoji city of Textopolis. It's like if Zootopia wanted to give Disney fans chronic depression. Actually, most Disney adults are chronically depressed. It doesn't matter. So TJ Miller plays the meh emoji, which means he's just meant to go meh, not care about anything. But he does, he cares about stuff. So he is immediately shit at his job, and that's all we know about him. But if you ignore the unimaginative nature of this film, the incredibly shitty animation quality, and the fact that all these little emojis with stick legs make for the most unimaginative, shitty-ass character designs in history, I don't think I can ignore all of that. So he begs his dad for a chance to be the meh emoji on the phone and says, I won't fuck it up, I promise you, I will nail this, Dad. And then he fucks it up immediately, brutally, embarrasses his whole family, ruins everything. It's like if Mulan was like, oh, I really want to go to the matchmaker, I really want a chance to just be a wife and mother, this is my dream, and then fucked it up immediately. It's just, yeah, I can't root for this character in any way, shape, or form, but how do you make an animated movie starring TJ Miller worse? You bring in James Corden as his sidekick. Oh my goodness. It is the sort of thing that feels ill-conceived in every possible aspect, okay? Even Trolls had Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake jamming out some fun songs. This is nothing, okay? Look at films like Angry Birds, the Garfield movie, the new one with Chris Pratt, or Transformers 1. What do all these things share in common? People like those things. Even if the movies are bad, they like those things. It's got an IP. It's got something to it. Nobody cares about emojis. It's the most shallow thing invented ever. So why would we make a movie all about it? Because it's a thing that people go, oh, that's a thing. They don't care. They're not going to invest time in that. I mean, it's harsh of them to try and delete our meh main character, and he is that in more ways than one. But why not if he can't do the one thing that he's meant to do in life? The only thing. It doesn't. Yeah. So he goes on the run. He meets a bunch of other misfits like him, but none of them are quite as useless as him, although one of them is James Corden. And then they go on an adventure to try and fix themselves through a bunch of different phone apps. It's like if the writers of Inside Out or Wreck-It Ralph had suffered traumatic brain injuries. It's the kind of film a kid will drag their parent to, and 90 minutes later, that kid will be up for adoption. It's shameless. Getting Patrick Stewart to play the poop emoji is the best thing about this, but that doesn't fix it, because there's 2 minutes of him and 90 minutes of TJ Miller and James Corden. It is rough. The film is also so shallow that the plot they're trying to help the kid with, the kid whose phone they're on, the whole plot is he's trying to ask a girl out. That's it. Also, think about the fact that even though they save the phone at the end and don't get deleted, eventually this kid will get a new phone, and they will all die screaming. Also, and it couldn't matter less, the emojis they procreate? He has a mum and a dad. Why do the emojis have gender? Does the poop emoji have gender? Also, No, I'm not going down this rabbit hole, but this is what you get for a film that has at least several people on Letterboxd considering suicide as an alternative. Not me, of course, but I did have to rewatch it to write this review, so doing it'll change your perspective on life, guys. The finale involves Gene realizing he can change into lots of different faces in quick succession and be sent as one emoji, which means that you can send a really cool piece of epilepsy to your friends. I know that it's trying to make a point that we can all be different and cool, and sometimes you've got all these emotions to express, you just have to throw them all out there at once. But nobody uses emojis like that. This represents the fact that, much like our main character, this film just is useless and crap, does not fulfill its purpose, and should not exist. I'm giving Just Use a GIF 1 star. Maybe they should make a GIF movie. But all GIFs are just from other movies. Also, we would finally be able to answer whether it's called GIF, which is insane. Why do people think that? I'm rambling, sorry. The Emoji Movie destroyed my frickin' brain.